Every masterpiece in the art world requires exactly three components to exist. First, inspiration, second, line art, and third, the colors. And to pull this off, I have to steal the genetic blueprint of my three family members. And by masterpiece, I didn't mean whatever this is. What was that though? Anyways, sponsored by me and this tape. And without much talking, let's start the video, shall we? Let's finish with my dad first so we can go to the interesting parts.
Nice shading, some lines on a piece of paper, and then you blow on it. The amount of dust and smoke that comes out could potentially give your unborn child asthma.
That kid was me, y'all. Did not give me asthma though, but I am always high on charcoal powder. And be careful sharpening a pencil like that. It takes months to heal. Don't ask me how I found out. And also, I'm not using any method or guidelines for this sketch. I'm raw dogging it, cuz
ain't nobody got time for that.
Papa Sam single-handedly saved me hours of research for inspiration. He gave me the perfect blueprint for lighting up a canvas. So in this video, I'm drawing in completely from memories to see if he finally decides to pay my child support. It looks like I messed up the eyes. One is looking at the viewers and the second is looking for a job. He is looking good though. It's time for Larry to pull up. I don't know if camera is catching it or not, but Larry is leaving a love mark wherever I use it. Maybe I'm the problem. It's me. Here we fix the lazy eye. Let's give him a big chin like Thanos. Gonna lighten the sketch with this eraser, gently. And if the eraser gets too long, just fold it like this. I call it the Floma method. Wanna know where I got this method from? I pulled it out of my eye. With this, our sketch is done. Let's move on to the interesting parts.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it.
Now for the second most maxi voice on the internet. Guess who's the first one? She's like watered down version of Uncle Roger, but in art community. Can't really imagine her saying,
Hiya, hiya.
For inking, I have some old fine liners, but I wanted to go fancy, so I bought this fountain pen. And in the process of filling it with ink, I somehow managed to break it, and now it works like this. And I checked and it was not supposed to work like this, so I went to exchange it. And the shopkeeper made me buy another one. He said it's not easy to break. And it sounds really satisfying. After some struggle, I did manage to make it work. Now let's get back to the family lore. Now Aunt Coolin has some legendary ongoing beef with my dad Sam. And looks like their beef gave Papa Sam's portrait an unintentional mole. We'll see if this mole can survive watercolors, but till then, I'll just cover it with my hands and forget about it. They are constantly throwing shade at each other's art like true siblings, fighting over custody of the internet's art community. Jokes aside, her art skills are elite. She's the undisputed queen of making art look sharp and stunning. And after a few seconds, she renders an eye so incredibly clean and so effortlessly stylized. But if we are being honest, she's easily the most likely one to actually adopt me. Because she loves juicy things, and I'm literally a juicy potato. We speak the same language. Aunt, if you're watching this, sign the papers. I promise I draw better than a toddler.
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Girl, put your record.
Let's start filling it up with ink. This pen is hurting my hands now. Let's put it aside and start with fine liners. It's just a lot easier and convenient. We have made it our way to the curly hairs. I'm gonna skip it cause
Ain't nobody got time for that.
just while inking the eyebrows, I'm realizing that I made it the nose too big and the eyes too small. Maybe I'm actually the problem.
I'm the problem, it's me.
Now the fountain pen that I broke earlier is coming handy. It's perfect to ink the hairs. Again, doing the same thing makes me anxious. Let's skip it, cuz.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And after finishing the inking, I'm going to sleep cuz I only have energy to mess up once a day. And my desk is also a mess, so let's do the next step tomorrow with fresh eyes. It's the next day, and with fresh eyes, we finally hit the component number 3. And for the grand finale of this elite art birth line, we look to the wholesome patriarch himself, Grandpa Scott. And this unintentional mole is still bothering me. I'm using watercolors after 4 years now. I forgot how it tastes. Hydrating the colors with a spray bottle like those influencers. Did it splatter on you? I'm sorry. Now take a sponge. Someone took a bite out of it. Maybe it was hungry. Feels like I'm drowning a fish. It's a hack by Dayrizzle to keep your brushes clean. It's a nice hack that I'm gonna forget soon. The sponge is not staying at the bottom. It needs a little pounding. Now we're talking. Now for the foundation shade, we're using this poop color. What's the name though? Let me check. Ochre? Ochre? Okay, so it pronounces oak. Oak. Why making it complicated for no reason? And what does this oak means? Let me find out. After not so thoroughly research, according to Google, it's a yellowish, dark, earthy pigment, and there's also a burnt ochre. So I'm assuming if you burn the yellow ochre, it turns into burnt ochre. I'm such a genius. Grandpa Scott out here casually painting on 100% full cotton paper like an absolute king. I wanted the same exact paper to match his traditional energy, but my mom flat out said no. She threw a single sheet of cheap paper at my head and told me to get lost. And looks like I found him his perfect lip shade. Saved his time at Sephora. Grandpa is just vibing in his studio, entirely unaware that a potato is currently committing identity theft for adoption. Again, we go with the curly hairs. I'm gonna skip again, cuz.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And looks like in frustration, the unintentional mole has turned into an unintentional hole. Not good, and now you guys are going to witness my elite level surgery skills. I'm going to cover the unintentional hole with masking tape. And with the help of my elite level surgery skills, you can't even tell that it was there. And for the background, we're going to use this emerald green color, cause it's the only color we haven't touched on the color palette. He has this tragic expression on his face, bro. And the unintentional hole is covered. Now for my favorite part. And the curled up paper looks so bad. I'm gonna use the iron that I've never used for my clothes. You guys will be thinking that it doesn't look like Papa Sam at all. This is how he used to look like before he left for milk and became an artist. Take a screenshot, guys. Make him remember his old days and his child potato. And I know that Father's Day has already passed, but if your dad is still there with you and hasn't left for milk, give him a gift. Make him feel special.
You make me feel special.
Alright, thank you.